Good afternoon, gamers, and welcome back to the Acer High Schools Cup powered by Predator Gaming. I'm Mendrix, and joining me is Cadius. What's shaking, mate?
Not much. We've got some high school games ahead of us tonight for some Rocket League, and the players are just being put into the lobbies as we speak. But it's always exciting to watch some high school Rocket League. What about you, Mendrix? How are you feeling about tonight's games?
I'm feeling great too. I'm pretty excited to get into it. Always love checking out some grassroots competitions for esports. Of course, Rocket League, one of the favorite games close to my heart. Always going to be some non-stop action that ends up just being played out. And of course, it's just great to see that we have this competition in place. Everything that's happening here to help support the teams, support, of course, the high schools and everything that's going to happen to them, and just put in that infrastructure to support esports throughout everything going forward. Katie, how do you feel about that whole idea of like grass esports, everything that comes in line with that?
Oh yeah, no, I think especially over the last few years, the esports scene down at that high school level has really sort of picked up some traction. It is exciting because it means Australia, which at least on an international stage has not been a major hard hitter in terms of esports players. I do wonder if that's going to change as the next sort of generation or two make their way up, having such grassroots support for the esports scene from such a very young age, like we got going on here.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with that one. Of course, the teams are still getting ready, but before we do jump into it, we obviously need to give a big thanks to our competition sponsors who, without them, this entire competition would not be possible. And of course, Acer Predator Gaming is the presenting partner, providing you with all of the education needs for your PC, empowering the high school league. ViewSonic is going to upgrade your classroom today with ViewSonic's large format interactive displays in MyViewBoard software suites. AOC Monitor is, of course, giving you the best gaming experience with their latest range of gaming monitors. And, of course, Rig, I'm wearing the headset right now. Experience one of the greatest sounds with Rig's gaming range of headsets. So while we're just still waiting for us to jump into it, have you ever had a chance to use any of the products there that the sponsors are providing for us, KDS?
Yeah, I have an AOC monitor right in front of me. I've said that a couple of times on AEL streams. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty faithful to me. I've had it since 2016, I think. So it's 6 years old now.
Damn, it's definitely been serviceable. Can you imagine that one? That's normally I would have actually replaced my my monitor by then, but believe me, that idea is pretty good. The fact that it was able to last that long, still giving you that great value, is exactly what's shown to it. And it looks like we are jumping straight into the action as well. The pinch with a quick cheat up off the back end there as well allows them to jump straight into the action. Of course, our teams today are going to be LC up against SBC, St. Patrick's College up against Austin's College there. And as we can see, Gold just trying to get in there, but won't be able to jump into the action straight away. And now they're going to continue just to keep the ball nice and clear while they set up for that next play.
Yeah. We've got two teams here. SPC Lightning going up against LC the Dogs. Are these two teams that you have any familiarity with yourself?
No, unfortunately I don't. But of course, it's always great to grab some familiarity right here now at the moment. So all good in that sense there. Looking to see what ends up being the next set of the play here. Trying to figure out right now who's going to be pushing that across. Ethan's trying to get into that cross edge. It's going to be there. Nice pick up there from No. Able just to push it in there. But what an amazing cross coming right on through. A nice quick start here for our blue team.
Yeah, barely missed the angle there. Getting it off the side, but No was ready right front and center field for the follow-up. Catching his teammates. Little mistake there. Or maybe it was even entirely intentional. Either way, beautiful teamwork. Knowing exactly how to cover those setups, and off the top!
That's so quick. What a dunk right off the back end here. Ethan does a nice little pinch up onto the wall to bring it up. As you can see there, CBH coming right on down, dunks it straight in. No one in the goal to actually pick that up. And this is 2-0 with 4 minutes still left on the clock.
Yeah. Absolutely outstanding.
Oh. That was so quick off the back end. Puts the ball straight up to the side of the wall there. Just lines it in here. As you can see, a double touch back into a dunk right down. There's a little bit of a clear attempt on the side there, but it does whiff, and that means that ball once again will be in the back of the net.
Oh no.
Oh no, what a bad pitch on the side there. No one ready to actually pick it up. I think they just didn't have the right level on the side. You can see they're actually managing to get the touch first on the 50-50. Well, it's not really a 50-50 because he didn't actually manage to get straight in the back end there. So unfortunately, 4-0 very quick off the back once again.
Yeah, definitely not comebackable, but certainly a very, very demanding lead at the moment for SBC Lightning already in this first game. It seems like the defense is a little bit stronger here. They're actually able to come out ahead in some of these struggles, but oh, that was looking like it might have been a nice little dunk off the backboard, but nevertheless, the defense does persist, but it doesn't look like they're able to get any tempo in their advantage. It's just constant relention against their goal.
He's going to mix that as well. And you can see it's just amazing control here coming across from St. Patrick's College. Just keep it on the back end here again. Nice little pickup off the back bar just to tap it in again. And then another dunk there from Nono. You can see he was actually coming on the back end. This is the preparation that came into this. 2 double taps onto the back end then while Nono was still coming around. And then, of course, he says, you know what? I'm just not there yet, mate. Give me a bit more time to actually push this across. And he says, no worries, I'll give you an extra little double tap on the side there, and then Nono comes in for the finish once again.
Yeah, Nono's been pretty good at those follow-ups off of teammates, I gotta say. Seems to be sort of his hallmark here in these games, but as I say that, he doesn't even need teammates to set him up as he gets a nice little solo goal just over the top of the defense here, comes in on the side, beautiful angle, and it goes right over the top of both defenders. They weren't able to get to the defense in time. And 6-0.
Yeah, very close. I mean, we're still 3 minutes into the game, and it's pretty much looking like it's going to be close to a Brazil scoreline here. So, unfortunate in that sense here for Launceston's College, but seem to have a bit of control here now for the time being. Of course, there's going to be a 50-50, and no one really wins that challenge in particular. Beast now has for a double tap on the side, gets it up into the ball, is getting some control, and nice little dunk down. Will put it towards the goal, but it gets cleared away.
Ooh, nice little pass towards center field. No one was there for the follow-up, though. Bit of a scramble here in the corner. The Dogs, they really have to be able to get this ball in their control if they want to stand a chance of making a comeback here in this game 1. And for the first time, probably all series by the feel of it, they've managed to get the ball into the opposition side, but it hasn't been for very long. Mendrix says, look at this. We do indeed have SBC Lightning once again taking a commanding offense to the enemy team.
Oh, Beast tries to get in for the clear, but ends up tapping into the goal. It is a tragedy off the back end after what was definitely a strong and valiant defense there coming across from LC. As you can see, they're just unable to get that touch around the ball, and that does mean it goes in the wrong direction. Now, 7 Neil the lead here in favor of SBC. As we can see there, CJ does manage to get a pretty decent hit on the back end here. Goes straight into the goal off the back end. Never mind that. Nice return coming across. You can see they put it in there, but they were so quick, that power from CB immediately goes straight into the ball directly afterwards. Well, we can see Nono once again has control of the ball for the time being. Jade trying to come in from back inside here as well. Beast also managed to get a good clear onto it, but CBH is there to pick up. He is going for a nice little aerial play on the side, and Beast comes in for another clear as it goes towards the ball. Nono, once again, back in control, manages to nudge it down to that center field. Now with CBH there, trying to push it in, does get it over, beats most of the players here. It's going to be very hard for them to get back in time. Ethan loses control, and Beast is there for the save.
Oh, that was actually a really nice defense from the side of the Dogs. I thought that was going to be a huge aerial dunk once again, as it seems like that's been SPC Lightning specialty, but bit of adaptation from the Dogs. They're starting to expect it here off the backboard. This is looking scary. There's another dunk, but this time SPC Lightning do not miss as it goes through, putting themselves up for a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, they do manage to get in. As you can see, Ethan, nice little soft tap on the side there. A bit of a whiff coming through as well. And unfortunately, that means the ball does make its way into the back of the net. 9-0 the lead here for SPC. LC tries to get something back here. A nice little touch will be in there, but it will be picked up by CB. Gets it over the end. There is a demolition off the back end of that. Wants to say, you know what, you may be winning this game, but we can still break your cars. And as we can see, 3 members there with a nice little cheat on the back end from Nono. But of course, Ethan is the one with the goal there. A nice little touch on the side here. Good little double tap, triple tap even and fourth tap at the very end just to get that star singing and blowing up.
Yeah, certainly need to know how to defend those. Just the double tap off the backboard into the dunk. You know, very, very, very common offense. And as well as that, you know, just a front and center goal here. It seems like a lot of very textbook vanilla offenses coming through here from SBC Lightning. They're not really being challenged to do anything too tricky to find these goals. Just the defense coming through from the Dogs, just unfortunately not tight enough.
Well, it's very hard as well, considering how tight, or actually how sharp the offense is, of course, from St. Patrick's College. I mean, you saw that three-person play. It was literally pass, goal in the space of 5 seconds there. No, very easily taps it in. Unfortunately, unable to get the clear on the back end there. You can see Bishy gets the boost, tries to come in. CJ's there, but whiffs on the side, and No is happy to pick up off the back of the mistake, just basically capitalizing on it time and time again.
No, 100%. They're definitely not doing anything incredibly, you know, overly fancy, but what they are doing is they're doing the basics, and they're doing them very, very well, with very few flaws at that. Their defense has been tight pretty much every single time the ball has been on their side of the court, and you know, this relentless offense, we're seeing how well they're setting up these balls and then making them count every single time as well. And CBH knocking it center field. It's looking to get tapped in. Demo comes through onto Beast.
Pinch out. Lucky on that one.
8 seconds left in this first round. Does look like it is going to be an SBC Lightning victory.
I did like how, at the exact moment in time, all 3 cars were literally near the ceiling at the very end there as well, realizing, hey, this is where the ball is, this is where we need to be. But of course, a very commanding win right off the back here as well. Managed to get that first hit off the side. So pretty good stuff here for SPC. Unfortunately, LC now, they've played their first warm-up game. Perhaps now they can really tighten up that defense and start giving us a bit more of a competition between SPC. But it's looking like it's going to be very tough because their competitors are just so strong in this matchup.
Oh, 100%. A really dominant game 1 coming through from SPC Lightning. And I would definitely expect a very strong rest of the games that we've got coming out of them. Certainly seems to be the team to beat in this series so far. If the Dogs are able to pull it back after that game 1, well, I mean, I'd certainly be very, very impressed.
Yeah, I absolutely would be very impressed as well. So who knows? Sometimes I have seen matches where perhaps it's just a little bit of the nerves really playing most of the action, or causing most of the mistakes to happen. And that first real game is what makes it tough. Speaking of which, though, maybe just a bit of lack of preparation there. Ethan with a nice quick tap manages to get it into the back net very quickly off that back end as well. He's going jumping back into this action, and I just want to discuss that, because I don't know how much competitive play that you've done yourself, Cadius. Have you ever
competitive
done
play? None, no, zero.
I've
had the privilege of casting Rocket League a fair number of times, both at the high school level and in other leagues, but competitive play myself, no, definitely not.
Well, but in any game, for example, it doesn't matter which one. We don't have to name any particular names. But you've played, we've played in a team for an official competition.
Oh yeah, no,
something like that.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now, actually. Yeah, still.
There you go. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Okay, when you first started out, doing those competitions, right, KDS? I imagine there was a little bit of nerves. I know for a fact that I had the experience when I was pretty much close to being semi-professional. Back in the day. This was probably a good 9 years ago. But I remember the first time playing, right, where there's some nerves that really do begin to play a bit of it. And you're not just playing at the level that you should be able to do so. And that, of course, plays a factor in terms of your performance. As we can see here, though, very quick goals coming through once again. SPC relentless in their assault here. No has control of the ball, but TJ will be able to win that back for the time being, but Ethan's ready to pick it up. Pushes it towards the center. Nice little double tap. There will be a bit of a side flip there on this, just to re-divert the ball towards the goal. But of course, ready here, LC to keep it in. And there's a goal for LC. Beast was there ready and waiting, as you can see, manages to push that ball in. Nice little play there, a whiff on the side. No one in the goals here. I guess they managed to catch SPC with their pants down and get themselves their first goal of the series.
Yeah, are they pulling it back here? Looks like the adaptations might have been made in this game too, as we see signs of life coming through from LC. And I'm here for it, honestly. The Dogs really showing that they are, you know, the underdogs, living up to their name.
This is literally a Mighty Ducks story right now, but instead of being the Mighty Ducks, it's the Mighty Dogs. No, just manages to push it in there. Nice demo from CB. Actually stopped there being there any real chance at that moment in time for them to actually get that ball into the goal. CB now in control, wants to push in the backhand. Blade is ready there. And so I think I said Blade, but I meant Jade is sitting on the side. They're trying to defend there, but unfortunately, as you can see, fantastic punch. A nice little jump off that back wall as well to gain momentum, just to make it that bit harder for Jade to be ready and waiting. And of course, they had a member cheating in through the middle to finish that goal on the cross.
Ooh.
Well,
Beast,
nice play here. Beast
kind of the sole defender here.
Ethan doesn't care. Manages to jump in and get that push off.
Yeah, he manages to block one, but unfortunately just not in position to block the second here. Ethan with the double assault, relentless, puts himself up 5-1 on the board for the SPC Lightning lineup. And honestly, not as much of a commanding lead as they had in Game 1, but SPC Lightning still showing that they are a very strong team here in this series, really showing off the capability of this lineup.
Oh, nice little hit on there from Nono as well. Use the boost to get that power in. Nice little cross there from Jade, from Ethan though. But as you can see, both CJ and Beast were there to stop that. Jade tried to get around the ball to actually get that defense in, but unfortunately just wasn't there soon enough. And it is like you said, like it is definitely an improvement here from the Dogs. Definitely given us a much better showing this time around. It is looking close to being, once again, heading towards that Brazil scoreline, but at least for the time being, we can see that they are putting up a better fight. And again, I want to just go back to that point that I was mentioning before, that there's a little bit of nerves coming into it, right? You're not performing as the way that you want to be doing it. You are making misses or whiffs that you just shouldn't be doing, or you typically don't do when it's just open ladder play. Ethan, though, does manage to knock it back in. There's two members there ready and waiting to actually jump in and get that goal. And you can just show the confidence here from the St. Patrick's lineup, being able to actually bring both CBH and Nono back there. No defense to follow through. They were ready to get that goal.
Yeah, certainly extremely well played. I gotta say, some of the small plays coming through here from SPC Lightning are very impressive. Like, we saw that goal going towards the... not last goal, but the goal before. And Ethan was actually in the goal and was in the collision line to sort of block the ball, but the comms were there. You could tell, you know, the players were on the mics, they were talking, and Ethan actually set up a nice little hop to go over the ball to allow it to go into the goal, whereas otherwise, you know, if the comms weren't there, he probably would have blocked his own teammates' attempt at scoring. So, super nice, super well coordinated, a lot of trust and coordination between these players, and it's really shining in some cool ways in this series.
I completely agree as well. I mean, there's definitely moments in the previous game as well you could see just quick passes, everyone ready to go here. Nono just being a little bit cheeky there about Ariel, gets a few extra touches than it would have liked, and of course, there is actually going to be a response from LC to knock that out. Ball going high once again. Jade's in control of it. Beast has to work his way back around. Unfortunately, wasn't the most amount of power behind that pass, but the ball still is anyone's game for the time being. CBH jumps in from the side there, manages to get a nice little cross up. Ethan controls the ball up into the back corner. Now CBH puts it in the middle. No, there once again. And you can really see, again, that communication that you illustrated before really is St. Patrick's strength here. Just look at that. Nice little play. Nono is there, ready on that cross. Manages just to push it in the back end. And you can see LC was there trying to defend on the back end as well, but once again, just really good communication, allowing him to find what needs to be there. Ethan with a great save as well.
Yeah, Nono is just so insane at like getting these goals followed up off of teammates, and CBH as well seems to be incredibly good at landing these dunks. I don't know, it seems like all of these players really just do seem to be having their own sort of goals that they seem to really like going for, and that's being put on full display here as time and time again they really are just pushing those specialties to the absolute max. But honestly, the Dogs only a minute and a half left on the clock, and might not be as much of a commanding game as game 1. I would like to see the comeback in game 3 for the reverse sweep. It is always a possibility.
Absolutely possible. Like, crazier things have happened here. I mean, SBC looking so strong, it's going to be hard to tell. But mind you, sometimes it is, again, just going back to the nerves, right? That idea of, hey, these guys are ready to bump into it. I mean, Beast has been really playing a lot better since the first match. So I've been seeing some pretty good dribbling off the back end. I've been seeing a bit of performance and a bit of form come through from that. So maybe if that ends up translating across the rest of the team, these whiff stops are happening on the back end as well. Look at this control coming across as well. Bit of a chaos in the end goal there, but of course Nono once again to clean up all of the chaos to get for the goal. You can see Ethan controls, CBH tries to pop it in, but whiffs on the back end there, but it doesn't matter because Nono is still there on janitor duty.
That was such a clean pass from Ethan over towards Nono there that was waiting to set up the nice goal into the center line. Really, really beautiful stuff. Really just shows again the level of teamwork that this team seems to have over their opponent, just shining through time and time again and really being that big difference maker.
Oh, CBH there. Saw the opportunity, jumped in, nice positioning as well, knew exactly where to hit the ball, the position, just at the back end there, nice little boost as well, jump in as you can see, does do a bit of air flip as well, just to make sure that positioning is correct, and obviously putting it into the right spot on all the right angle. 12-1 the scoreline, 44 seconds left on this game. Safe to say that when we do go towards this game 3, it's going to be a match point for our for SBC College here, our blue team. You can see the nice little finish off the back of that replay once again. Nono seems to be in position to perhaps go for the 50-50 here. Seems to be a four-way with a demo off the back end. 30 seconds remaining. Nono, once again, nice little touch there from CBH, but that is going to be cleared out by CJ. CJ once again coming in for the clear, but unfortunately not going to be enough. Ethan with a nice little dunk on the back end, just ready for it on that little hit there. Sorry, wasn't CJ, it was actually Jade coming in from the top side as well, but does have a slight miss there. Looks like CJ tries to come back in return. Beast is also there, but unfortunately all three players are beat, and another goal in the favor of SPC.
Yeah, again, there's just a little bit of Rocket League comfortability that is on SPC Lightning that the Dogs don't quite have. Like, that double bounce off the backboard into the dunk is just such a, like, tried and true goal method here in Rocket League. You see it so often at pretty much all levels of play, like that goal attempt. And it's one that you really have to, like, know how to guard against. Otherwise, you're just going to get absolutely rolled over, like we're sort of seeing the Dogs happen in this Game 1, Game 2. Whereas, you know, the opposing team, they seem to just have a lot more comfortability at being able to defend against some of those more typical goals.
Definitely, right? And you can just see, again, they understand where are the weaknesses here for LC, where can we sort of just continue to hit that ball into that defensive line. Their dunks really seem to be the play here. The aerial definitely seems to be in the advantage of SPC, so a lot of practice going into it. We even saw a little bit of a showboat from Ethan towards the very end there as well. He was just tapping that boost ever so slightly while, of course, rotating in mid-air, in position. Of course, if the ball came his way, the defense from LC at that time was definitely in position, so unfortunately for them, they weren't able to actually convert that last bit of a goal, but Ethan was ready and waiting if that was position. And CBH very quickly off the back scores a goal there, just manages to go in once again with a nice hit here. As you can see, looks like they were able to jump in, and unfortunately, Jade wasn't able to get the clear necessary, and the ball just rolls into the back of the net.
Okie dokie.
Well, continuing on with that back end to Ethan, and once again, just pushing off the back end here. No. So quick with that hit. You can see, once again, that communication from St. Patrick's College. Really nice that the aerial play from Ethan was able to get that double tap off the pinch from the back wall. And with Nono ready and waiting, dunks it right back into that back net.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, really, it is looking like how you know.
Wow! Good little defense there. I thought that was going to go in as well, but CJ controls the ball. Unfortunately, he's unable to get the second tap off the back end here. Now it's going to be Nono up for it as well. He just guides the ball into that position, even with what seems to be an opportunity here for the defense for Jade. As you can see, Nono was right there anyway. There was actually two members trying to shove it out, but of course Nono on the top side with the 50-50, I guess you could call it a 25-75, was still able to actually guide it into the ball, guide the ball into that goal.
33-66 technically.
True. I think you've got better stats than me. Where did you get your stats from, huh? Did you do advanced math in high school, huh?
In any case, does look like he's coming out ahead, and honestly, at this point, it's just whether or not SCP are able to beat their kind of high score here.
What a tap.
It seems like that's the real decision maker. I don't know. What did they get in game one? Game one was their highest, right?
I mean, look, at this moment in time, they seem to be positioned to probably take it out higher. This one as well. You can see now they've
4-0.
basically really hit their stride. I mean, before we were talking about how LC's definitely upped their ante in the second game here, but SPC seems they had another level. They had a new form that they were willing to bring to the battle.
I think maybe
a little tap on the side that Nono whiffs.
Maybe laxed off a little bit. This is actually huge that they're 3 versus 2. Oh, but CBH not letting them through. The defense is there. Nobody was in goal, and that is going to be LC. Unfortunately, taking another L as SPC Lightning put themselves up 5-0.
You see that 50-50 there? I mean, it wasn't really a 50-50 in that sense there, because of course it wasn't the best tab coming across it, but of course Ethan was able to still continue guide the ball into goal. As you can see, was dunked it down. Ethan then just pushed it where he wanted it to go. A nice little tap of the side here as well. Double tap will keep it there. Jade is there to defend, but unfortunately wasn't able to get the correct angle, and then once again Ethan's able to guide it into the back of the net with, of course, that nice little push. Look at just the way Ethan is able to actually tap the boost and control the car to move into position necessary, because if Ethan wasn't there, that would have been a save from Jade. Oh,
Ethan is just showing off at this point. What am I watching? CBH again setting up for Nono, but it looks like a bit of adaptation here. CJ the Great might have picked up on a little bit of the tactics that are going on from SPC Lightning, looking to maybe take the offense towards their own opponent, but no. The defense, it's just too good from SPC. They were ready for it. They were prepped, and they're able to keep the ball out of their goal. Ooh, nearly caster cursed it, but no. They came back. Ethan now looking to set up another offensive play for his team. He does seem to be the playmaker, the support of this SPC Lightning lineup.
Well, CBH going up high as well. Ethan is there, cheating from behind. Nono knocks the ball just on the side here. Actually just knocks everyone out of the way, and CBH is there to finish off the ball. Look at this, right? Ethan just cheating behind in case it goes up a little bit higher on a knockback save, so he'll be there to actually pick off. And then, of course, CBH with the show-off finish, just putting it towards the back of the car, just nudging it right on in at the end.
Yeah, and once again, you see that comm there as Ethan reverses out of the way of the path as his teammate makes the call in comms, like, I've got the goal, it's going to go in, just get out the way, right? So Ethan reverses back up, makes sure that he's not going to defend the enemy's goal for them, and allows his teammate to set up the play, which, you know, in a bit of a less coordinated team with less comms, maybe Ethan would try to make some kind of a struggle tap to get it in, but, you know, the reassurance on the comms is there from the Lightning lineup, and it's really being put on full display here, how comfortable these three are playing together.
Well, CBH here now for the time being trying to get around the ball there. Ethan, though, seems to be the one ready to jump into that action. Does jump in and get the ball. He's actually pushing it in. Nice little play once again, but of course the defense is there from LC. They managed to put in 3 members parking the bus at the time being, or doing their best impression of the bus. Will get the ball clear. Now it's going to be up to CBH there. He manages to go high once again in the area. Nice little double, triple tap on the back end. Ethan tries to come in to actually re-divert where the ball's going to go, but he does whip off the back end. CBH goes for, once again, another attempt on the side here. Now it's Nono's turn. He's trying to get it in position. There's CBH there, just bangs it right in afterwards. A lot of setup there, but in the end, they do manage to find the finish.
Yeah, super well played. CBH. Just getting those setups once again from his team up in the air. Well played indeed. Beast nearly just gets a goal on the board for the Dogs.
50-50 was just almost there, but does hit the sidebar. Jade once again in position to defend. Ethan wants to help out, actually says, you know what, I don't like this enough, and actually knocks it back in again. Crossbars the hit, Ethan's there. Ooh. Ethan pushes in, does actually get saved by Jade, but Ethan continuing it once again with the attack, just pushes it back in once again.
Double taps it off of the defender. Oh my goodness. Jade getting absolutely outplayed there. Super well played from Ethan. And, yeah, 10-0 with a minute 40 left.
Oh!
CJ, though.
Hits it in there, just not expecting that little hit there. Does manage to bring it in. As you can see there, gets the boost, jumps it over, a bit of a whiff on the side there from No. As you can see, just knocks it right into the goal. Ethan, you know, just probably thinking, hey, you know, I'll give you guys something. I'll sort of decide to take the foot off the pedal, off the gas just a little bit, and of course that little bit of a lapse does mean it's going to be a goal here for the Dogs.
He's just helping it
once again, tries to get in control, but Beast is ready to push it out, pushes it in this line here. CBH now will stop the ball from going in, is going to just rebound in back to the center field, and now CJ's trying to get control of the ball, but Ethan once again pushes it towards the desk. Here's Jade for that defense. Ethan just continues to double tap off the defender.
Yeah, absolutely, we are. Ooh. Beautiful. And, ooh. It does seem, honestly, I will say, that does seem to be the only big, like, amateurish mistake from SBC Lightning, is their round starts sometimes can just look terrible. Like, if they don't make it to the ball first, they just leave themselves extremely open because they all kind of like rush for the offense immediately. And so if they're not in an offensive position, they have to run back and defend. It's a little bit of a scramble, but certainly when they are in that offensive position, as we see there, CBH putting it downfield, they are very, very commanding.
It's actually a very good observation to actually take into account. It might come down to the fact that maybe they're feeling so confident that they are able just to continue to put all the pressure onto the attack. And what I really want to like point out with this is this, like you said, it could be a possible weakness coming across here for SBC. Obviously, when they do go up into the higher levels of this competition, when they do get towards the finals, if they make it into the finals off the back end here. And the reason for that is purely because if they are sort of playing just mainly offense, they'll have a very feast or famine play style here. Either they get the goals or they're not getting any at all. So that might be something that they need to look out for as a key thought, a key thought of their play going into the future. But for the time being, of course, it is working up against the Dogs.
Yeah, no, this is certainly something that I've sort of seen a fair few times happen in Rocket League. Maybe not in the high school league, but when sort of observing the things like the university leagues bracket, it's happened a few times where you'll have a team that is very commanding, very dominant against the lower teams because they have, such incredible offense, but that maybe their defense game is a little bit lacking, but they never really have to worry about it because they're always on the offense, always smothering the enemy's goals, and it's just very hard for the enemy team to play because their defense isn't super tight, so their goals are, making it count, and they're not really ever getting opened up on the defense, they're not getting counter-attacked, etc., but then they move further on down the bracket. All of a sudden, there's a team that has very tight defense. They're not able to score. They're not able to get those offensive plays. And then all of a sudden, this team is just able to get, a nice little hit on the defense. They're able to open up the enemy team, run all the way past them, and score a nice, free, pretty much open goal. And then, it's caused that team with, maybe the better offense to lose, but, just because in the end, they were the less well-rounded team overall. And so it ends up being their demise. And hopefully for SPC Lightning, that doesn't end up happening here later on in the bracket. But either way,
absolutely possible. Always keeping it in there just to finish off at the very end and get that last bit of a goal. So it looks like it is going to be a congratulations in order here for SPC. Looks like these guys were able to get themselves a straight win here off the back end. 3-0 is the play. They're definitely a valiant effort here from LC, who of course showed us some really good signs of life. and that honestly will translate to a future performance this year as well. I mean, I really just want to highlight Beast, obviously being one of the more consistent players throughout the competition, but of course Jade towards the very end there as well. We had a fantastic play mention to get that goal. Of course, CJ was there the entire time, also getting a goal in this round as well. But overall, not too bad off the back end of this. Any thoughts there, Cadius?
Yeah, no, super well played from SPC Lightning. I gotta say, I'm really excited to hop into our next game that we've got coming up tonight, which we are going to throw it over to a quick break before we come back to. But certainly, very, very competitive team that we had to showcase our first game of the night. And hopefully, if we get two teams that are of that caliber going up against each other, we're going to have some absolutely amazing Rocket League. So stick around to find out, but we're going to throw it over to a quick break and we'll be back here for round 2.
Welcome back to the Acer High Schools Cup powered by Predator Gaming. So pretty exciting stuff there. Of course, if you're just coming off the back of it, we did, of course, just have a win there for SPC, a very commanding win indeed over the LC team. Unfortunately, that means LC will have an opportunity, of course, to get a win in the near future. But thank you very much for being part of it. Now we'll have the opportunity to actually watch our friends here from Geelong Lutheran College up against Marist Regional College, or GLC versus MRC. Now, I'm not familiar with these teams. Cadius, have you had a chance to watch these guys at all?
No, I haven't, but that's the exciting part. It means we're going to get to see two teams that, I've personally never laid eyes on and see exactly how they stack up here against some of the other competition. Now, our game one tonight was a little bit of a stomp. It was fairly blue-sided. They were pretty commanding for all three games that we got to see out of them. I'm hoping this one is a little bit closer in terms of the competition, but at the same time, if it is just an absolute crazy one-sided shenanigans, hopefully, we at least get to see some fancy stuff come out of it.
Well, we are jumping right back into that action once again. Pretty excited to see how this one all plays out. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little bit biased to Marist Regional College. I'm just gonna put that out there. Part of the reason, of course, I am a Marist boy. I went to Marist College back in my day, so I've got a little bit of I guess you could say a feeling towards this team here. So hopefully these guys can bring it home. That being said, I don't want to take anything away from Geelong Lutheran College here, or GLC, so we'll see how this one plays out. GLC, of course, is going to be on our blue side. MRC will be on the orange side, and definitely very competitive for backing. Crypto getting control of the ball here, is being cheated closely by Ghost, who tries to get in off the ball after it's beaten away. Draco, once again, tries to get that control, but will whiff off the backside here and now. A bit of defense needs to be played here by our MRC team.
Yeah, this is
GLC.
This is already looking a little bit more competitive than we saw in Game 1 and Game 2, as both teams sort of making the ball go down court in both ways. And Draco looks to set up maybe a bit of a goal here if the pass is there from his teammate, but no. Oh, Crypto off the top, though!
Ready and waiting. That cross there was just not expected. You can see Komiko was trying to get a good clear, but it ended up being a very nice pass to Crypto, who was up high, ready for the dunk, and manages to get the first blood in this match.
Yeah, and honestly, almost halfway through the first game already, and we've only seen one goal, so certainly looking to be more competitive than previous. But the real question is whether or not we're going to see the Quadrangle Dinglet themselves pull back a cheeky return goal, as Komiko maybe looks to make it happen here. Some fancy bounce work off the side, but Crypto is there for the defense. They're setting themselves up into an offensive position here. And will MRC Blue be able to lengthen the lead that they have as Ghost looks to try and make it happen over the top of two defenders, but it's not going to happen. Crypto tries to make it happen twice. The magic off the top. No, not quite.
Good defense there. Very strong defense here from our GLC team. We do see Goodbody there trying to get back in control. Crypto manages to knock it back towards the side there. Will dunk it in for the cross, but unfortunately no one's already in waiting. Ghost now tries to control it. Super Nice says, I've got the ball here. Let me have it off the side here. Clear, of course, comes across from GLC, and unfortunately unable to reconvert a second goal here for our MRC team.
Yeah, we are going to see Draco hits it up. Crypto is there. He loves these aerial taps. Unfortunately, doesn't quite have the dunk angle he needed to make it happen off the backboard, but no teammate there to set it up. Komiko looks to try and make it happen over the top of Crypto with a beautiful defense, able to keep the ball in play for just a little bit while longer. 2 minutes left in this first game, and we have seen so many close attempts at a goal, and it's only been MRC Blue who are, ironically enough, on orange.
Oh,
make it happen.
Knock it back here. Even had Buddy as well on the side here as well. Nice little hit from Buddy, but of course Crypto is ready and waiting. Will deflect it away from the goal now. Manages to dunk it down towards the side here, but Draco regains control of the ball. Ghost now will push it towards the side into the back corner here, but it's going back in. It's a dangerous spot for MRC and GLC. Pounce just knock it right into the back end. You can see there a nice little bang. Draco with a good pass, and Komiko does not miss the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Komiko, he tries to get that same goal, ends up flubbing it a little bit. The defense was there. It goes into the corner, but then, the teammate just sets it up, like, give it another try, mate. Tosses it back to the middle, and they were waiting there. They were ready and made it count. As we see, it just goes straight down center Beautiful goal. Ties it up 1-1. Minute 30 left. It's looking to go into overtime at the moment. Super Nye trying to not let that happen.
Well, Crypto goes up high. Make sure the ball doesn't go anywhere near this court or anywhere near this goalpost. Komiko wants to regain control, but now we've got 3 members. Nice. No, sorry, there was not going to be any cheat behind here in the back end. They're saying Crypto run with the ball. Komiko knocks it back into a dangerous position for MRC. Geelong now trying to get back into a spot. Komiko wants to knock in off that rebound, but will be stopped here by the defense from MRC. Now the Myris team's trying to get themselves into a good spot. Leaf Super 9 gets a nice little bounce there, but the bump there come across from Komiko will stop him from getting a good position. Komiko now knocks it back towards the danger zone of MRC, but it will once again be redeflected into the center of the court. Ghost now is trying to get in. Nice touch on the side. We'll get the double, but Draco does not stop him, or does stop him from running away from the ball. Super 9 now trying to get control. Defense seems to be the idea now for the Geelong team. Not expecting, actually, there being a bit of a whip on the side there.
Barely whiffs the dunk.
Now it's just a lot happening. Oh, here we go. Crypto pushing it in.
Oh, such a good defense angle coming through from Draco. Super Knight trying to cheat it in. Ghost looking to maybe get a setup play here off of Super Knight. Never mind, they concede the ball, going back into defense. It goes over the top. Crypto once again stops a setup play happening from over the top of the goal. Super Knight, he's got an open goal. It's an open goal. He gets it in with 5 seconds left, and it's going to be MRC Blue gaining a lead here in this game 1. And with 5 seconds remaining, the Quadrangle Dinglet are going to have to pull out an absolute miracle in order to get this game to overtime.
Oh, just a momentary lapse in focus. There was two dead set on the offense at that last second. Didn't have anyone in position for the goal. They were scrambling afterwards, and there is a capitalization here from Myris Regional College. They're managing to take the first game of the series. They're jumping up and down. Can't wait to get themselves back into that action. And damn, that was tight on a nice edge, KDS.
Yeah, super well played from both teams, and honestly, I'm excited to see if Game 2 and Game 3 are going to look to be that close. MRC barely clutching out a win here over their opponents. Super well played, honestly. Some very clear OGs here as well in MRC. Ghost rocking the Season 1 tournament winner banner, so goes back quite a way. Has been, playing at this competitive level for quite some time by the looks of things. So certainly some good players on both teams to be able to compete at that sort of a level.
Absolutely, yeah. This is pretty good on that sense as well. As you can see, players seem to be pretty much ready to jump right back into it once again. And we're now moving into Game 2 of Round 7 between Geelong and Myris Regional College here. Now let's see how they do put it into place here. Nice demo there from Crypto. Will stop any aggression coming through from GLC. Goes now in control of the ball, pinches it into the top side there. Manages to beat one of the players, but of course can't beat 2 of them. But he does manage to knock that back in. Crypto now putting it back into the danger zone here for GLC. Super Knight wants for a hit, but the defense is there.
MRC Blue used a lot of their boost here on that offensive play, and it was defended very successfully. So the resource advantage is going to be on the side of GLC if they're able to make something happen. And indeed, they are the ones on the offense right now as AG Buddy maybe looks to go back here to make a defense against Ghost. But no, Draco is there. Komiko gets it over the top of Super Knight with a well-placed tap. Still on the offense here. It looks like Quadrangle Dinglet really do not want to let up this ball at the moment. They don't want to have to be on the defense. They are just keeping it going. But Ghost
now, there seems to be 50-50 on the side there, but there's an open goal. Crypto sees it just in the bottom left-hand corner. You can see Buddy trying to get into a good position here. Did not expect Ghost to come through, just trying to bang it right in, and that allowed enough time for Crypto to get in position, just cheating up close, and then gets that goal. And Myris off to a great start here in our second round.
Yeah, Ghost a little bit late to react there on the tap. I guess they just didn't expect it to happen. And unfortunately tries their best to get a little bit of a late response, but to no avail. And in the end, it is going to be, once again, MRC Blue putting themselves up ahead. It seems like almost a repeat of last game. It was a first goal going over to MRC Blue, and then GLC tied up the score, and then it was MRC Blue sneaking away that cheeky first one, speaking of which.
Oh, that's a really nice 50-50 from Draco, though, getting the angle and just knocks it back in. You can see Crypto was trying to get back in control, was trying to push in, but Draco comes in banging. Fortunately, Crypto was underneath the ball, so didn't even get the chance to actually complete a 50-50, and one apiece is going into this game, too. Ooh. Guys, I was a bit worried for a second then, like, no, I didn't see any cars moving in position to actually stop the ball from going into the goal. So, yeah, pretty good on that side there. Super nice hit there, but Draco will come through with the save.
Yeah, super well done here.
Ooh. Oh, Comico, but Crypto is there to defend once again. Really nice play on the back end. I was looking at it, I was thinking, this has been dangerous here. Comico was not happy with Crypto and goes for the demo on the side there. Sorry, no, gets the demo onto Super Nye. Angry at Crypto, but says, Super Nye, you'll take the brunt of my wrath.
This is bad right now.
Goes in for a double tap. Takes it over the backside here as well. Gets it back into the center here. Ooh, dangerous, but no one's there to convert.
Yeah, a lot of the members here of GLC especially are very low on boost at the moment, whereas we see Super Nye sitting with pretty much half charge, ready to make an offensive play. So this is very scary, you know, if a boost play comes through and you don't have the boost to respond, that's exactly what happens. You can't reposition in time, and they're able to just sneak it through. We see, again, Crypto burning that boost that we talked about there, and there just was not enough coverage from the enemy team because they just weren't able to get in place in time. It just really shows how resource management is so important in this game. Who has more boost? Who is able to use the boost in which way to create situations where the enemy team are not able to respond? So well played here from MRC Blue.
Oh, Ghost. Oof, nice little play as well. Is out of boost there off the back end of that one, but did make it look very dangerous there. Good defense coming across from GLC. Ball seems to be going back towards the back end here, but Crypto is ready and waiting. Has a lot of boost on file here as well. Will knock it into the ball. Looks to try and control the rebound. Ghost with great defense there. Stops the attack from Draco once again, but he's wants to come back in again, but will be bumped away. And now things looking very dangerous here for our GLC team. Super Knight unable to get the control they wanted, and they do scramble back into defense.
Yeah, off the backboard there, and Super Nye was waiting. Super Nye absolutely making it happen here. Ghost sets it up, center field, bam, right over the top. HE Buddy, unfortunately, caught sleeping at the wheel, quite literally. Does not get the jump in time for the defense, and MRC Blue securing their lead even further, 1-3 with only a minute and a half left on the clock. GLC going to be having to play it out of their mind to come back here, and Comico getting demoed right off the bat is certainly not the first step to doing so.
Well, I'm just going to let you know now. I said I was a little bit biased here towards the Maris boys, but that's because I am a Maris boy in true heart in that sense. And Crypto, once again, getting control of the ball, decides not to continue to hold the possession, wants to get that boost instead and set up for another point in time. Super Nye and Crypto, they're trying to get possession of the ball at the same time. They're not the best communication off the back end there, but Ghost does go for the demolition, gets Drake off the back end. Nice hit from Crypto. It's going straight into the goal, and there is no one there available from GLC. And now the Maris boys are running away with the competition.
Crypto. Good old Barnyard Crypto. Getting it done.
Barnyard Crypto.
Yeah.
It is a good name. I've always wanted to call a dog Crypto. Oof, that was very dangerous.
It's because of the it's because next time Crypto scores, look at the profile picture.
True, with the ball there, looks like it's a good position, but of course defense once again here for MRC. Nice little hit off the backboard, but unfortunately Crypto can't take advantage of it. Buddy is there to stop there being any counter attack on the play. Now up on the side here, Crypto trying to push on the side. Crypto manages to get a hit off the top end, but everyone decides to let the ball go. Get boost instead, like you said, those resources just so important, so critical when we do have this level of play off the back end. Super Knight will backflip off the board, but
Ghost has tons sitting at full boost right now in this position. It's so scary. And we see again that utilization of the boost half bar to get from one side of the field all the way to the other to try and make it happen. And Crypto there for the defense. It's going to be going down. Doesn't look like a score is going to happen. Or is it? AG Buddy tries their hardest to keep it in play, but not quite. And yeah, as we see, Barnyard Crypto
Manages to sit on the side. He's going to be the top player in terms of points there for that match. So pretty good on the side there. But to be honest, when I look at this game here, of course, it's just not all. Crypto, Ghost, Super Knight definitely performing very well, and that is allowing them to convert these wins across. GLC, it's not like they're just lagging behind. They really are still close, nipping at the tail. Most of these goals are definitely, of course, not trying to take away any merit here from MRC just because of mistakes coming across. They have to really work. So, of course, GLC, I reckon, still have the capability to bring a bit of a comeback here if possible, but looking very dire now that MRC are 2 games up in this round of 7.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. But again, you know, the relentless pressure coming through from some of these, and Ghost does seem to be a little bit lacking in terms of, you know, the shots on goal, 5 and 4 on Crypto and Super Knight respectively, and only 1 shot on goal from Ghost. But it's those 3 assists coming through, right? It really feels like Ghost is sort of the play setup for his team, making sure that his teammates are able to get those shots on goal off of Ghost's setups and passes that are going on. So very nice to see there's a very clear kind of teamwork dynamic that is built up here on the MRC side that is allowing them to have so much success.
Yeah, everyone really does have, I guess you could say, their own responsibility, and if you don't do it, there's going to be a little bit of a problem there between the team. There seems to be, again, there's no I in team, but there definitely seems to be a Ghost on the side of MRC. Once again, jumping right back into the action here. A bit of a scramble here to get control of the ball. Comico managed to get 100% boost. We'll knock it towards the center here, but 3 members in defense for MRC. Well and truly parking the bus. A nice clear away from Ghost. Once again, will keep the ball away from there being a conversion. And now Draco's trying to get back in, but Ghost has had enough. The clear is there, but he's trying to get it back into position where it would be dangerous for MRC. We know what happens when they get control of that possession, and it just makes it so difficult for GLC to get themselves into the game. So they seem to be controlling it well and truly now.
AG Buddy just gets it in.
Nice little pop on the side there. I guess you could say there is moments when these guys aren't ready for that position. Crypto was busy getting boost at that point in time. Ghost did just not have enough of that resources there to get into it. And again, a little bit of a greed, I guess you could say, coming across there from Ghost means that, unfortunately, there wasn't going to be that second player ready to defend what seemed to be a good position here for our GLC team. And now they are finally off to what seems to be a winning start.
Yeah, that didn't seem like it was a intentional pass coming from Comico. Looked like he was just trying some fancy stuff in the corner, ended up not working out, kind of lost a 50-50 to the wall, and then it just kind of like floated down center field. But just really, really good recognition by the teammate that that might happen, and they were there. They were waiting, and it ended up paying off.
There. Couldn't agree more on that one, Katie's as well, but you can still see the danger is still well and truly there for GLC. You can tell Myra seemed to be a little bit angry that they let that goal go through. Comico knocks it into the back end. Crypto's there to stop there being a nice, quick, easy dunk there in the follow-up. Ghost here to clear the ball out. It's trying to get it in. Nice double tap. We'll pinch it up against the wall, pushing it a bit high here. And you can see now GLC have abandoned trying to get control of the ball on the side of the half that is on MRC. Wanted to get that boost and get themselves back in position. And they're setting up what could be a good hit here. Draco whiffs, though.
Yeah, super well played. Comico looking to make it happen.
Well, now we can see a bit of a slider here. Buddy's got a lot of boost. He's waiting for a good opportunity here. Still sitting back there for the time being. Super Knight now misses the second double tap, but Crypto gets a nice hit. This is looking like it could be a good cross, but no one's in position. Super Knight regaining control of the ball. Ghost was sitting there ready and waiting, and here's a good hit here. No one's in ball. Crypto realizes I need to get back into that defense. No one is able to capitalize on the lack there from our orange team. Ghost now beginning to push it in. It's going to be on the side. Super Knight is in position. It's still not going to hit. Crypto cheats him from behind, but it's not going to be enough. And now there's a scramble for MRC to get back in there. The demo from Crypto onto Buddy alleviates that pressure.
Yeah, super well played. Draco sends it center field. AG Buddy, some nice juggling, sets it up. Draco is there over the defense. It's off the back wall. No one is there for the follow-up, though, as Draco tries to double back. He's used his whole boost bar. There's none left, but that's okay, because Komiko's sitting nearly at full. Sets it up in the air. AG Buddy. Nice little defense. Ball back in sort of neutral play now. Could go anyway. Cheeky little reverse play from Ghost, though.
Loved it. You could tell there was actually communication as well from the team. Leave it to me. I'll be able to push it back, get yourself into a better spot. This allows them to go from defense back onto the attack. Komiko wants to get the ball out of a dangerous position, but this is looking very dire here. Ghost there just misses off the back end. A good defense once again from GLC. Bit of a reverse here. That's not where you want the ball to be going here if you were the orange players, but they do manage to knock it back into defense. Crypto's waiting. He does go from the side here. Draco goes for a hit there, but it's not going to be enough. And now Crypto, he's got a free...
Open goal! Open goal!
He flicks it over the edge. Crypto manages to even it up one piece, and we could go into a tiebreaker.
He just flips it right over the top. Barnyard Crypto gets it done. Open goals. Oh, super well played. In what felt like a very scrambly round there. Just absolutely domination in that little tiny opening that Crypto found themselves in. Just sends it downfield. Really, really well played. And again,
wow.
Crypto.
Just so quick.
Not
wanting
wanting
off the back end. Ghost ready to go. Knocks it in position. They weren't ready for that. You could tell the communication coming across here from MRC. Maris managed to actually trick them. They thought they would be going for the initial hit off the first rebound, but Ghost goes, nope, I'm knocking it back again. As you can see, that actually throws off GLC. Geelong didn't realize what was going to happen, and they do manage to finish 2-1, and they could not do it at a better time here for the Orange team. Of course, if they do manage to come out on top here, they have managed to win the series.
Yeah, Crypto just sitting there. Komiko pretty much at full boost. Same with AG Buddy, but Ghost doesn't even let them give a chance to use it.
Dam is broken, right? The defense was there. You could see they had set it up there, but now the water is just spilling out from the MRC team, just continuing to really put on a good show. And they're beginning to put the final nails in the coffin for this series.
Yeah, definitely. But such a competitive series, honestly. Even if this is a 3-0, this has been a close 3-0. I don't think any game has been really that one-sided or... you know, going one way or the other. Certainly both teams have been very competitive. Crypto looking to try and end the game with a bang. Ghost keeps it up in play. Ghost is doing his best at the moment to keep the ball off the ground, but no. MRC end up tying this series up 3-0. Put the extra pip on the board. There we go. MRC Blue with a clean 3-0. And that is going to be the game for game one. I believe we're going to be throwing it over to another cheeky quick little break before we hop into game three. But Medrix, what a game two. What a game two. MRC, you said from the start you were biased. How are you feeling about that one?
I'm feeling fantastic on it, right? And again, this isn't a matter of like, hey, you know, I know them personally. It's literally, like I said, my own school was a Mara school. So even if you know, it was Geelong coming out on top, which mind you, I reckon in a better day, they absolutely could. They had fantastic form. They were definitely very competitive, but of course it did go the way of MRC. So I'm very happy, I guess you could say, on the back end of that, but pretty glad and pretty happy, of course, to see that we got some very high level octane action coming through from our high school league.
Absolutely. Well, we're just going to throw it over to another few minutes, I do believe. And we'll be back for game three, which hopefully is just as competitive as that game two. If not, maybe, you know, not ending the series with a 3-0. Maybe we go all the way to game five. You'll just have to stick around and find out, I suppose, right here on the AEL High School broadcast. What has just happened? Welcome, folks, back to the Australian Esports League for High School, brought to you by, of course, Acer Predator. Does look like Mendrix has fallen into a bit of an issue. Right
Jump into this round of 8.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry, Katie.
He's back. He's returned. He's come back to us, folks.
Was it me? Was I being too quick on the side there? What happened?
Oh, you're back. You've returned. He's appeared again. Well, Mendrix, if you want to tell the folks at home what you were about to tell them before you vanished into the ether.
Oh, it happened, didn't it? The internet got me once again. Well, I was letting everyone know that we're back, and of course with the Aces High School Cup, and we are jumping into round of 8. It's going to be Queensland Academy of Science, Math and Technology up against St. Luke's Catholic College. Pretty excited for us to jump into that one there. And how are you feeling about this one, Cadius?
Oh, I'm just hoping it's a lot like our game 2 and a little bit less like our game 1, which was, we had our first game of the night, which was a total landslide. Game 2 was it was still a 3-0, but all 3 games were like incredibly close. Like those 2 teams, I feel like if you ran that back, 10 more times, probably the team that ended up winning probably still would win, but I don't think it would be a 3-0 every single time. I think they go all the way to game 5 regularly. Like they looked very close, those 2 teams, for sure. I'm hoping game 3 is a lot like that and definitely does, go that extra mile, gets those extra few games in. We just have some close competitive Rocket League.
True. As you know, I had that little moment there where I jumped into the other, and unfortunately I need to reconnect into the match, so just give me a second while I get myself back in.
Unfortunate.
Doing the usual stuff here, don't you worry. You keep holding control. You tell me what's good there, Cadius.
All right, well, we got some good teams ahead of us. Honestly, if I just want to recap last match, talk about some of the things that I liked, I found that honestly some of the teamwork that was coming out really did make the difference. We looked at the GLC versus the MRC lineup, and GLC, they played well. The individual players in the team of 3 were all really good. They were able to make the defense, they were able to make the offense, but it felt like a lot of that intentional teamwork kind of working as an interlinked unit of 3 really was all on the side of MRC, and I think that was just the big edge that really pushed them over the edge, because when you have these sorts of teams of 3 competing in a competitive environment, you can be very skilled individual players, but that doesn't mean you're going to be the best competitive team player, if that makes sense. Being able to bounce off each other and work sort of in that competitive environment is very different. It's also very important. It's why a lot of the time when you see when you hear kind of coaches talking about competitive play versus solo queue play in pretty much every game, they always say that it's a very different skill set, and in a way, even if you're an outstanding solo queue player, it doesn't necessarily mean you have the skill set to be an outstanding competitive player. But nevertheless, that's enough of my rambling, as we're just hopping right into game. No if, buts, or whats about it, as TGL Esports from the Queensland Academy of Science, Math and Technology, that's a big one, goes up against St. Luke's Blue.
I'm going to be calling them Queensland Academy, so they do go off to a quick start here, but unfortunately no goal conversions on the side here. As we can see, though, Spider Blitz does manage to knock the ball onto the top side here, but a nice pickup there coming across from Delph, or DELFJ, comes in, unfortunately unable to find a further conversion. And yeah, I do want to go back to what you were talking about before, Katie, is how, it's nice to have all the basic ingredients, right? But if you really want to make some magic in the kitchen, you need to make sure you're adding everything into the pan at that right time, of course, putting it in, and that's really when you do get a fantastic taste when it comes from out of your food.
Absolutely.
You also get some really good results in your Rocket League, and that's exactly what we saw coming across from MRC. It is going to be one of our first goals here from St. Luke's Catholic College coming offside. A nice little quick hit here in the 50-50 will put things a bit dangerous here for Queensland Academy, but no goal was able to be converted, and we're back into the middle of the field.
Yeah, it looks like St. Luke's already off the top. They're looking good in the kitchen. Absolutely wonderful stuff. It's a good team as well when they've got the team name in their usernames as well. We've got TGL in a few of the player names, so clearly these lads, they like to play together. They like to get it done. Always
You know,
good to see.
it is just also showing a little bit of unity as well. Basically, just allows you to say, hey, you know, this is our team. We're going to go for it. Ted's though knocking it into a dangerous position here. We do see that Spider tries to get up there, or Spider tries to get in hit for a nice good dunk there, but won't be able to find it. There's going to be a demo to stop there being any further aggression from Zoro, who now needs to regain that boost, get themselves back into a position here. Is now putting themselves back to spot. He will pinch the ball up towards the side there. As we can see, Spider Blitz is getting ready, uses a bit of a boost, but doesn't fall on the side here. Nice tap from Teds, but you can
off
see
the backboard.
Stop it from pushing it in. Very dangerous position here, but no conversion coming across the Queensland Academy.
Just a mechanical error there. Khalil definitely should have had that. The defense was not in place. Just unfortunately whiffs the follow-up off the backboard and not able to grab that one. Was a really free little waterfall setup, but in the end, you know, if you're not able to make the hits, you're not able to make the hits, even if the setup is perfect. But Khalil nearly scores an own goal. What is going on?
He saw a goal line with a perfect setup and just was too excited to make the jump in. But of course, realized himself at the last second there. Delph now trying to get control, will pinch it off to the middle here, or the middle of the sideboard there. Won't actually be able to find anything off of it. Ghost or Jerdy. Is that Jerdy or Geordie? What would you say that X represents?
Probably Geordie. I would assume.
Geordie.
That's a name. I've never. What did you say? Jerdy.
Jerdy.
Never heard anyone named Jerdy in my life. I've met a couple of
upside down U's next to each other.
I've met a couple of Geordies. I never met a Jerdy. I'm not sure if anyone on the stream knows a Jerdy.
I'm a granddaddy. I'm a granddaddy in esports years, okay?
True.
Oh,
I'm getting
that. There. Ted's trying to control it, but Geordie says no, knocks him out of the way, rips the ball out of his hands, and just pushes it straight into the goal there, making a nice big lead here for St. Luke's Catholic College.
This game
now back in control.
This game is like,
yeah. What is the game like, Cadius?
It's more competitive than game 1, but like less competitive than game 2 is what I'm feeling right now.
I think I know what you're saying here. So it's less. You know what? It's both at the same time, right? It's like the idea you can have your cake but eat it too, right? Like we definitely had our cake and was able to eat it right in the last game. Whereas this one, I feel like now we just can't eat the cake. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Okay, I don't know what you're trying to say.
No. Okay, so like obviously game one team was just very commanding in their lead.
Game 1, yes. Yeah,
and then game 2, it was like very close, very neck and neck. Both teams back and forth constantly. Pretty much every game was won by only 1 or 2 points.
It was such a quick game 2, right? Like everything slowed down with this one. Not to say that, of course,
absolutely.
It's literally just both these teams. They're playing a bit more carefully, a bit of a different play style coming into it, and of course that has affected the pace of play.
I think both teams as well, maybe less kind of competitive, just overall. Like there's a lot more like mechanical errors. You can tell like a lot of the setups aren't being super precise, allowing for those shots on goal regularly. So there's a few demos happening here and there as we see. So I think both teams certainly are. Maybe not quite at the caliber of what we saw in game 2, but at the same time they are still quite close in competitiveness. But maybe St. Luke's at the moment seeming to just be edging out their competition. But TGL, I will say, I'm excited for this game too, as it seems like they've tightened up their defense quite a lot here. They just need to make the offense happen a little bit more. But in any case, St. Luke's putting themselves on the board 1-0 so far.
Yeah, nice big setup here. So looking very good here for St. Luke's College. Of course, looking on the side here of Queensland Academy, not out of it just yet. You said they seem to really size up their defense at the end of this particular game. So perhaps moving into game 2 now, obviously they warmed up. They can really get themselves rolling, and perhaps we can see a much more competitive match coming into it. St. Luke's, so of course, want to keep the momentum rolling, want to maintain everything going into it. So I'm excited, and I'm also just readying up as well, in case anyone was wondering what I haven't done yet. I have now readied up, so I'm good to jump into it. What about yourself, KDS?
I certainly have, yeah.
I think we're all
ready upper in the West. That's me.
Excellent.
Well,
I think yes.
I will say that I think I think that the irony that we've had two teams tonight, MRC Blue and St. Luke's Blue, have both been on orange side.
True. There you go. That's interesting in that sense. So, well, no, St. Luke's is orange.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I said. So the team name is St. Luke's Blue.
Yeah.
So their name is St. Luke's Blue,
so
but they're on
blue,
orange.
but they're not actually
and then
blue.
Last game
orange.
was MRC Blue, and they were also on orange.
There you go. Makes sense. Well, sometimes there's multiple teams, right?
No,
They
give
themselves a color.
They're naming themselves after color because they're maybe a little bit not creative, a little bit rushed in the team name. We've all been there.
You know what? Okay, so it could also be the house color at school.
Oh, maybe.
Well, do you remember what your house color was?
I went to like 9 different schools over like 12 years.
Oh, so you've been rainbow on colors.
I know what I remember what my one was in like high school. I was green.
I was green too. Green represent.
Yeah.
House games, baby.
I know, because I did high school in the NT, and there's a bunch of like old unused Air Force strips that they have, and from like back in World War II when the top end was used as like a defense for Australia, and so there's like a bunch of.
I think there was a bombing that happened. Like,
there was, yeah. The largest attack on Australian soil was actually in Darwin, but oof. Once again, St. Luke's Blue putting themselves ahead. That was a
really good
very
one. That was
rude
nice
demolition as well.
It was basically, look, hey, I'm making sure that there's going to be no chance of anyone actually stopping this ball from going through there. Nice little rebound, of course, then just pushing it into the goal directly afterwards. And then they're just redirecting themselves to sort of stop there being any defense off the back end as well. So even though it was a rude demo, like you said, it was a necessary demo.
Yeah, super well played. St. Luke's, once again, putting themselves in the winning spot. Cheeky little tap in. No, but yeah, my score, I'm not exactly sure how weird it was, but yeah, all of the houses were named after like these old abandoned World War II airstrips.
Well, airstrips get. I also all named of like famous Australians.
Oh, really?
So we had Linderwall, which is like obviously the Australian cricketer.
I didn't know that. Jeez, obviously.
Back in the day, there was a I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Linderwall, and he was a famous Australian cricketer.
I only know like Don Bradman.
So he went to our school, so that was that one. There. Ooh, a little bit of a slide here as well. Neville on the back.
Khalil, finally doing something crazy.
Manages to get something back here. So Mebble had control there and wasn't unable to get a good clear, and Khalil just capitalizes on the mistake there. So a bit of punishment coming across here from our Queensland Academy team, and that's what you have to do in this game. The moment there's that little bit of weakness, just have to seize the opportunity. It'll give you momentum to obviously set up a bit of a good offense there. Nice little dunk there. Will be saved once again by Khalil.
Nearly
seems to be really taking control of this
absolute like Batman maneuver across the top there to get that one in. That was such a cheeky aerial dunk attempt, but not quite able to find it. As now Ted's on the defense. Mebble though sneaks it right through. No defense allowed. We see Delphi kind of hitting it center, and Mebble was ready, and all 3 members of blue side there to defend that, and none of them doing so successfully. That's gotta sting. That's gotta be mental damage inflicted.
Emotional damage, I guess you could say. So on that side there, even with that emotional damage, they do need to rally. They still have opportunities, even if they don't manage to win this match. They will have the opportunity in the 3rd match to perhaps bring it around, maybe turn it from being a reverse sweep. But I'm getting ahead of myself. There's still 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock here. The Queensland Academy can still bring it back. Delph there is doing a pretty good job. A bit of fancy footwork bringing it around. I really feel like the pace of the game has sped up as well now that we've moved into the 2nd match of the series. The teams have done their warm-ups here, getting into form there, really getting a bit more confidence as well. But at the same time, if you do have that confidence with play, you do run the risk of perhaps fumbling your play and giving an opportunity for your opponents here. So definitely a good mixture of action coming up now.
Certainly, Ted's Tries to go for a bit of a cheeky goal. I will say, one thing I've noticed about TGL is they are very commonly stacked, just like as three on top of each other, whereas it seems like St. Luke's have much more intentional placing with their players, and it results in things like that, where, you know, setups happen a lot more often. We saw Delphi go for the attack, and instead of his other teammate just kind of hugging the ball with him, they all backed off and covered different angles, and when the defense was there, someone was waiting and able to smack it right in, and that's going to put St. Luke's 3 points ahead now with only a minute and a half left on the clock. TGL going to have to play out of their mind to bring back this game too.
Yeah, and they need to start putting some points onto that scoreboard as well, because of course, like you said, 4-1, that scoreline. Each second now very precious here for our blue team in Queensland Academy. We can see Killer trying to control the ball here. Mebble takes the opportunity to actually push that into the center there, but it will be cleared away. Now the danger seems to be on the side of our St. Luke's Catholic College team, but a nice clear away once again will push it away and into the center of the field.
Absolutely beautifully done. 1 minute remaining here. Mebble goes Geordie.
Season control,
Tense.
pushes into the center.
It's just being handed back and forth between players right now. It's up top, though. Has anyone got the coverage? Yes, they do. The defense is there. Delphi going to look to make it happen once again, though. Hitting it back off the top.
Oh, not the cross they were looking for, but Mebble is ready to push it in.
Oh,
What actually just
what an
tipped
angle!
it over the edge of two players. Spiderblitz and Ted were not ready. Just look at this up high here. It was actually a pass to Mebble all along. Tips it over the top of the Queensland Academy team, unable to actually stop that conversion. And 5-1 looks like that will seal the deal for this match 2 in the round of 8.
Yeah, pretty much impossible to score 4 in 30 seconds based on how this team's been playing so far, but still, you know, it's sort of a fairly, I would say fairly well-known understanding that even if there's no hope that you're going to win the round, you can still play out the round with a purpose, and that's sort of gathering information on the enemy, sort of figuring out how they're moving, how they're attacking, what they like to do, and looking for holes that you can really abuse going into the next game and looking to try and take that one away.
Exactly right. You need to be using every opportunity you have. Every little bit of information does help out, especially if you are looking to be as competitive as possible in these competitions. There is definitely, you know, not only just bragging rights, but obviously prizes are up for grabs that these guys want to get into their hands. And then we can see here, once again, these teams ready to get right back into the action, readying right up as well. And now it's going to be what might be the third and final match here if St. Luke's are able to get another win. It's now going to be a fight for survival in this next series for our Queensland team.
Yeah, certainly. Going to be a little bit hard for them to pull this one back. Understandably. Who are we waiting on to ready up? Mendrix?
Not me. Not me at all. Believe me on that one. I think everything's there. Sometimes there's just a little bit of a delay, as you can see. Next game's in 15 seconds there. So I know I've hit that ready button. Okay, I don't know. Have you hit that ready button?
I have. Yes.
Are you sure?
The people at home can vouch that I've hit that ready button. They can see it in front of them right now.
They can see what's happening right now. Yeah, 100%. Okay, fair enough. I'm telling you right now, I've 100% hit that ready button. So I don't have to worry about that sense. But that's fine. We're going to be jumping what seems to be into the match here shortly, perhaps a little bit of delay on the side here as well. I do have a friend asking me as well for the link of this. You know what? Got to join that in and just sort of share the love as well for everyone that has been watching, and hope you guys have been enjoying the competition. Once again, just excellent to have this support here for our grassroots team in high school as well, and we do seem to have everyone getting ready. I think we have entered into that match as well. A bit of a delay there for Delph, but not going to have too many options here. They're going to take opportunity, though, of the chaos, and Teds jumps in and is able to get that goal.
That? Teds just smacks it, and just, I don't know. I guess Geordie was like, don't worry, boys, I got this, and he apparently did not have this. Just missed. So they got the goal.
I love those moments. You're like, don't worry, I've got this, and then out of the blue, you just see something happen. It's like, I don't have this. So Teds then knocks the ball up high now. Very good start here for the Queensland Academy. This is definitely what they need. Of course, they're the ones in a fight for survival now. If the St. Luke's Catholic College managed to win this match, of course, they will be able to take away the round win. We can see a bit of danger here for St. Luke's Catholic College there, but the demo will actually stop it from happening. Now, Spider Blitz has been knocked away. Everything has gone high in the air. Delph will just not have the reach. And unfortunately, we're able to stop it. Mebble will stop any further aggression there with a nice little clear on the side.
Yeah, super well played. Teds is actually in a good spot right now. If this gets set up center field, which it's not going to do, unfortunately. The setup was not there for the team. But again, we're seeing now it's actually St. Luke's that are kind of scrambling as a 3-stack. And it's not yielding very good results, as we see. They're constantly having to run back and forth. They're constantly having to waste boost. And Teds is just sitting back, calm and collected. Does back off a little bit here to go and collect some boost that is spawning on the backside of the court that no one's been hanging around for a little bit while. But Delphi tries to get a cheeky freebie, but unfortunately not able to find it.
Well, as you can see here now, with that brief respite here for our St. Luke's Catholic College team, they do take the opportunity to get some boost here. Obviously, they're on the attack for the time being, but the clear has shifted that back into the favor of Queensland Academy, who've now put it back in their opponent's side of the field. Delph, though, will rectify that as Ted says, no, not going to happen, back into the attack. Khalil wants to just go for the opportunity to get that boost. Very wisely understanding that I need to be back in a position in case that ball goes a little bit further, and it definitely did. But now, again, the attack seems to be here or on the mark here for the St. Luke's Catholic College. Demo from Zoro as well. Will knock that in position. Wants to stop that from happening. Mebble gets it close in. Delph's in position. Will do a nice little soft tap here. Guides it into the goal there. Just chaos. Time and time again, as you can see, Delph wanted to force that ball in, and it was brutal. Just knock, 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 knock in. Boom. Delph there understood that. I was just going to flip that whole way in.
Daps the ball up off 2 defenders before smacking it downfield. Absolutely amazing play coming through here. But it looks like the TGL Esports lineup, they're angry, they're hungry. Starting off the round with a demo. Ghost Geordie going absolutely wild. Expends a ton of boost to get that one. Ends up missing it. And Mebble now looking to be the one to try and turn this around into an offensive situation. Spider Blitz. Mebble again! Really does not want this ball near his goal. Mebble is going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, wants to make sure that clear is always going to be happening. Khalil.
Ooh, center field. No one's there though.
But no one's there to capitalize like you're saying. As we can see there, no one able to get their hands on the ball. Spider Blitz does knock it up here as well. Delph now wants to just push it out if possible. Gordy says no. Nice little pinch in the back at him. Mebbles in control. Managed to get a demo here. This might be an opportunity now for St. Luke's Catholic College to regain control of this match. But unfortunately, no one is able to capitalize off that quick demo.
Yeah, quite literally everybody, even the... like, all 6 players were just all along the wall there where that ball was, which is just... I mean, I don't know any other way to say it. When you watch, like, top caliber teams play this game, you'll never see, like, all 3 just, like, stacked in one spot midfield like that. It's just not... like, it's very pointless, right? Because, like, only one of you is going to be able to get possession of the ball, and then if all 3 of you are there and one of you does get possession of the ball, like, what are you doing with it, right? You're just going to hit it away, and then... the chances that your team gets the ball...
this could be a new meta strategy, KDS, right?
It could be, but
right,
probably not.
You don't know what you're thinking at this point in time, but no, I probably would be actually, you know, obviously suggesting, like you said, it is definitely better to spread out.
Spread out, yeah, no, exactly.
Get crazy stack here.
Get some formation going on, you know, get some teamwork going. We've seen today, right, the thing that separates, and this is just me saying this because I feel like it will come back to really help St. Luke's and TGL, like, later on in the bracket, if, you know.
Oh, Mebble.
Oh, what a save! That was actually ridiculous. That was such a good save. That was probably the best save I've seen tonight.
That was a good save.
Or this afternoon.
A good attempt as well. Remember, once again, back in control. I just want to, like, obviously there is that concept of cheating. Typically, you use coming host mode, but look, a nice big stack there once again, as you mentioned before. It does seem to be one of the issues here plaguing both of these teams here, but it looks like we might be moving into a tiebreaker here. Delph, they're trying to get that ball in that last bit of control. He sees an opportunity. He's knocking it in there. Teds does not want to let this ball go in at all. We're now in the dying seconds of the match.
Teds!
Ball is up
Teds!
in the air.
Oh.
Teds is looking for the opportunity, but Ghost stops it.
So close, overtime here. Ladies and gentlemen at home, make some noise whether you think St. Luke's are going to clear this one out for a clean 3-0, or are TGL going to be able to put themselves up on the board and take this one to game 4? Only time will tell, but certainly, look at this. Both teams still just zug. They're just stacking on the ball. Loktar Gar. Oh my goodness.
Just want to go hard, really. Look, okay. As we can see now, Delph, they're back in position. We'll whiff, trying to get Jen in, but we'll just say,
demo?
you know what, I'm going to demo off the back end, but Spider Blitz is there to pick up the pieces and continue the attack. Mebel, though, now is pushing the ball back towards the opponent's side of the field here. Ted's in position. Good hit. The ball's clear. No! He's unable to do it, and Ted's gets the goal. Manages to get it in this overtime here now. And unfortunately here, it could end up being the start of a comeback in this series.
Delphi! If this is a comeback, and this ends up being a reverse sweep, Delphi's having some harsh words spoken, put it that way. Oh
Absolutely.
My days,
oh.
that was rough. That was rough to watch.
Look, in the end there, this is really good play. Obviously, like, the fact that Queensland Academy was down 2 matches, able to keep that fortitude to maintain their position and actually be able to get a game back really does to show that this series is up for anyone to grab here. St. Luke's, of course, still have the match point in this round of 8. All they need to do is win 1 more. Queensland Academy on the other side need to win 2 to get themselves back in a good position here. So we are just waiting now to see what's going to be this next match here. As the game's getting ready, all the players seem to be jumping into it as well. And let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah, definitely is exciting to watch. Khalil nearly just walks the dog right down mid to try and grab that first goal away, but no, the defense is going to be there. And now Delphi looking to be the one to try and make things happen, but again, so much stacking on the ball. You look at everyone, they're all on one side of the field, and this is exactly what happens. The ball gets hit to the other side of the field. No one's there. No one gets possession of the ball. So you getting possession of the ball on one side of the field ends up being useless. A scramble happens, and then it's just basically whoever gets there in time, whoever has the most boost, and in this case, it is Delphi, just punts it over top. Teds, unfortunately, did not quite have the geometry lined up in their head to make that one happen. And it is just going to be a cheeky first goal for St. Luke's, taking it away.
Yeah, it needs a little bit more, sine, cos, and tan in their life there. So
cosine rule, yeah.
Wait a second, that's trigonometry. Am I going too far? I went too far, didn't I?
What do you mean too far?
I think geometry is just general degrees.
Oh, no, geometry is just anything with, like, shapes and stuff.
Oh, there you go. Well, unfortunately, in that sense, a demo there for Delph there will actually open up an opportunity for a good defense. Delph now trying to push it in for the attack. A bit of a scramble in the defense here for our Queensland team there. A bit of chaos as well on the side here. That actually opens up an opportunity for Ghost Geordie to come in and actually get that last kill. You can see Delph knocks it down. There's an actually miscommunication with the clear. Khalil knocks it back into a dangerous position, and Geordie's just able to come in and clean up afterwards.
Certainly well played. Looks like St. Luke's, they are angry. They do not want to make this go to a game 5 at all costs. They are looking to close this one out here in game 4. But I will say, first series of the night that we've had, not a 3-0, which is good.
True. Again, it's not as if we have to take into account the second match. That felt like both those teams were so competitive that the goals could have gone in the other direction if things were just a little bit better. But like you said, the communication did feel to be just a bit better on the side of Marist College here. But the nice little hit on the side there, Mebel continuing to show up what wants to be a victory here now for St. Luke's Catholic College. And now with that last little hit there, look at this, a perfect little hit. There's no one in goal. They thought they had the ball cleared, but that lack of control meant another opportunity comes through for St. Luke's.
True. Wait, so if you said you went to MRC, and if they're named after houses, what house would MRC Blue be?
Well, the thing is that it could be like separate to each Marist school. I didn't go to MRC. I went to a different Marist college.
Oh, okay.
It's actually set up by a guy called Marcelin Champagne.
Okay. I don't know the law.
Series. There's a whole law for us. And yeah, so basically,
I thought it was one school. I thought you went to the same school that they went to.
Yeah, he set up a whole bunch of Mara schools all around the world. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why it's called Marist. Well, that being said, though, this is not the Marist. This is about St. Luke's right now. Nice, good hit on the side here as well. As you can see, the ends up being a good rebound off that backboard there, and Dolph is just ready to knock it straight in.
Absolutely good stuff here from St. Luke's. 4-0 at the moment. TGL absolutely need to bring this one back, but Mebble, he is just going absolutely ballistic right now, dribbling that one downfield. Delphi dribbling it off top. Is a teammate ready there for the follow-up? No, they're not. It's going to reset off the backboard. We see the scramble. 5 people in a corner right now. Loctaro guard. Delphi rewarded for being the only player to not go and sit in the corner with the rest. Look at this. 5 people here. Delphi's like, don't worry, guys. I got this. Hits it right down the middle. And we are seeing the benefits being reaped on what happens when you don't all sit in the one spot around the ball. Delphi was able to get that purely because they were the only player that was not in that position.
Well, that's what it is. It's all about getting yourselves in position, understanding where the ball's going to go.
100%.
Good communication for the team. Everything comes into it. That being said, though, good attack here. Very quick moves and showing some signs of life here for Queensland Academy. Managed to get it in, and Teds does this solo, as you can see there. Gets the rebound off the back end there. Mebble tries to be in position to actually defend and deflect the ball out, but like you said, doesn't have the geometry, doesn't have the angle, and from there they actually get themselves onto the board here, but it's a very steep hill to climb. 5-1 the scoreline.
Yeah, certainly looking very scary for the Queensland Academy of Science, Math and Technology.
Well, now Delphi is there in position there. Mebble, though, wants to push it in. He's looking for the side here. They're getting themselves ready as well, but it goes a bit too tough on the side there. Never mind that. That's a pretty good cross here, but Teds manages to get the clear. Is now in control. Uses the pinch off the back of the sideboard to get themselves in, but Delphi will not have any counterattacks happening here in the last 2 minutes or 1 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Delphi getting back in position, wants to get a bit of extra boost if possible. Splits does go for a bit of a flip to push the ball out, but without any boost, can't follow up on through. Now, 3 members there on the attack for our St. Luke's Catholic College here, and unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize.
Oh my God, that was such an insane... Oh, he handled that so well. Unfortunately, it ends up getting intercepted and ran downfield by Delphi, but Teds... My goodness, that was nearly crazy. Khalil, why did he go to the side instead of up?
What a boost. They all want some boost. You know what? Every single time it was a lapse in judgment because everyone needs that boost, okay?
That is true, that is true. Greedy for the boost.
Nice little bit of a pinch there. We'll push it into the side of St. Luke's Catholic College side of the field, but of course they've cleared it out. Back on the attack here. Queensland Academy need to maintain it. They do get the clear, but it's still going to be on their side of the half there as Delphi pushes it back in. Melbourne's looking for boost there, was able to get there very quickly as well. Ghost Geordie is the person hanging back this time around, waiting for that opportunity. Obviously, Kush in, Ghost Geordie goes in, those Mebbles going back on that repeat for the defense. Ted's there, trying to get the ball. Delphi's getting it in there, but it's just not going to have the angle, and it does get cleared out off that pinch off the backboard.
Absolutely. Oh, it's in their favor now. Ted's rocking the proud Australian flag. Representing Australian Esports League. Good on them.
Yeah, it is Australian-New Zealand League, so... Coming into it, Tez there, tries to push it in there, but it's... he's trying to push it out, alright? So, Tez tries to push it in, just misses it, but look who's there in the back foot to actually knock it in for him. Geordie, unfortunately, allows a goal to go through, but of course, with a scoreline close to being in Brazil, the comebacks now don't look like they're going to happen here for our Queensland Academy team.
No, 4 goals in 10 seconds is pretty much a fairy tale, but might be able to do something cool. Unfortunately, quite a mundane. Or is it? Did I speak too soon? No. St. Luke's, they take it 3-1 on the board. Give them the pip. There it is.
A bit of a pip on the side there. True, you're still able to get away with that win. So thank you very much, Queensland Academy, for providing us that valiant effort. Of course, St. Luke's were the ones that would be walking away with that round win. And that seems to be everything here for, I believe, what is week 4 of this competition. Cadius, anything you want to say before we close this one out?
Honestly, some great games. I thought game 1 sort of set a bit of a precedent. I was kind of like, hopefully we don't see, 3 games that look like that, which, don't get me wrong, the team that ended up winning played absolutely fantastically, but it certainly was sort of a fairly, one-sided fanfare. But Game 2 and Game 3 brought it back. There was some serious competitive moments on both teams. Obviously, even in this one, St. Luke's taking away the win, but they had a game taken off them, and pretty much every single 4 games seemed relatively back and forth at certain points. So certainly some great games of Rocket League tonight, and I'm excited to see how some of these teams shape up as they head further on down the bracket.
Absolutely. Couldn't put it any better myself. But before we do close out the day, we need to do another quick shout out to our sponsors, Acer Predator Gaming, providing all your gaming and education needs, or education PC needs, powering this high school league competition. Of course, ViewSonic, upgrade your classroom today with ViewSonic's large format interactive displays in My Viewboard software suite. AOC monitors, of course, giving you the best gaming experience with their latest range of gaming monitors. And of course, Rig, providing great experiences, great sound with their range of gaming headsets. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in for this round of competition. And of course, next week will be the finals, so please do not miss it. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see you there. Have a good one.